Talofa, Manale, Bula and Welcome to Season 5, Episode 15 of Breakfast Bites by TEIVOVOsports.com. A wrap of Pacifica People sports on a wet and warm Sunday morning, 16th April 2023. Coming to you from paradise on the 180th meridian in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. In rugby union, in Super Rugby Pacific, the Chiefs hammered the Hurricanes 33-17. In the sun, of all things, in Wellington yesterday afternoon, and the New South Wales Waratahs snapped a 4-game losing run to Forrest Gump, the Western Force, 36-16 in Sydney last night. Today in Super W, we tipped the Waratahs to Coco Chanel, the Queensland Reds, and the Fijiana to Wella Shampoo, the Western Force. Tongan powerhouse Samisone Taukei'aho has become the first All Black to recommit until the end of the next Rugby World Cup, signing a deal through to 2027. The 25-year-old made his debut for the All Blacks against Fiji in Hamilton in 2021 and has quickly established himself as the best hooker in the three-time world champions starting 15. Taukei'aho is already in the history books after he equalled the record for most tries scored by an All Black forward in a calendar year when he crossed for 7 tries in 2022. In Rugby League, the New Zealand Warriors scrapped their way to a tough victory over the North Queensland Cowboys yesterday afternoon at Mount Smart Stadium in Auckland, which coach Andrew Webster conceded was a hard watch. The Warriors made 55 tackles in their own 20-meter zone in their 22-14 win after consistently handing the Cowboys strong field position. Philip Sami soared above the pack to catch a bomb and score to get the Titans off to a dream start at Cbus Super Stadium yesterday, but the Broncos beat them 43-23 on the back of brilliant games from Reece Walsh and Payne Haas again. And Panthers superstar Nathan Cleary booted a 39-meter field goal in Golden Point to win it 16-15 and break Newcastle hearts in a fiery clash in front of 26,084 fans at a pumping McDonald Jones Stadium last night. The game, which went to extra time after a frantic final 10 minutes, saw things finish at 15-all in regulation, where Cleary struck a one-pointer to save the Panthers and send the game into Golden Point. In football, "You're getting sacked in the morning" was the chant by Brighton and Hove Albion fans to Frank Lampard, after Chelsea slumped to a record third consecutive defeat under his guidance, as Brighton produced a superb display at Stamford Bridge to win it 2-1. Meanwhile, Ollie Watkins scored twice for a convincing 3-0 win for Aston Villa at home against Newcastle. In boxing, Englishman Joe Joyce takes on Zhilei Zhang of China at the Cooper Box Arena in London today, as the Briton attempts to defend his undefeated record on the back of a win against former world champion Joseph Parker. Joyce is expected to take home US $3 million for this fight, while Zhang will earn US $1 million. In the annual running of the Grand National at Aintree Racecourse in England, 9 people were arrested after a large number of protesters attempted to gain entry to the track, with at least 2 affixing themselves to a jump using glue and lock-on devices, delaying the start of the infamously tough 4.25-mile race. Following the delay, Korach Rambler won the famous race. Climate and animal activists group Animal Rising said 2 horses, Dark Raven and Envoy Special, died while racing at the 3-day festival, and 49 horses have died racing in Britain so far this year. In the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks have been fined US $800,000 after controversially fielding a weakened team in their loss to the Chicago Bulls earlier this month, the NBA has announced. The NBA said the Mavericks' abrupt decision to hold out 5 key players in a game they had to win in order to have a chance of reaching the postseason represented conduct detrimental to the league. The NBA also said it was obvious the Mavericks' decision was made to improve their chances of retaining a first-round pick in the 2023 draft. Mavericks coach Jason Kidd told reporters before that game that he had intended to field a full-strength side before being informed by billionaire owner Mark Cuban to rest Kyrie Irving and Tim Hardaway Jr. and 3 other key players. It is not the first time Dallas and Cuban have fallen afoul of the NBA over the issue of tanking. Cuban was fined US $600,000 in 2018 after saying in a podcast he had told players and coaches that losing is our best option. Now that is just not the MAGA way, is it? For TEIVOVOsports.com, I'm Kaldan Kamea. Mahalo, vina'a, and thank you. Please hit the subscribe button below if you'd like to receive more Pacifica sports highlights on Breakfast Bites. And thank you all, Tumas, for all your love and support.